Cool, okay. Good morning. Nice, slow stretch mobility session. Let's get going this morning. Feet out, nice and wide with my matching socks. Stick your bums back, come down and reach the floor. Nice and gently. Let that head hang heavy, nice and long, through that spine, through that lower back, through those hamstrings. Good. Let the head hang heavy here. Excellent. Walk your hands over to the left-hand side for me. Nice and gently. Moving them to the left foot. Still keeping in this down position. Stretching out the back of those legs. And then slowly moving it over to the right-hand side. Brilliant. From there, we're going to bend our knees. We're going to come into a low squat. So you might need to reposition your feet slightly. And we're going to work through those inner hip flexors. So turning side to side. You can have your hands on the floor if that's easier. And just working through that hip flexor mobility. If that's too much, come up, relax, and then get back down into it. Really turning those hips inwards and then outwards. Almost like you're a frog. Everything's clicking. Excellent. Release those legs and then slowly coming up to a standing position. Excellent. Good. From here, we'll bring one arm all the way over. I want you to try and get that bicep to that ear. We're reaching over to the wall. Standing nice and tall. Pushing through your feet. And then gently swapping sides. Good. One more time on each side. Push that hip outwards. Good. One more time. Excellent. Good. Bring your hands behind you. Stretching out that chest. Head comes up. Hands come behind you. Good. Bring your hands out at the front. Tap that tube in. Pull that top of your back out. You might want to reposition your feet here from that wide stance to a narrow. Excellent. Good. And release. Hands on hips. Feet shoulder width apart. Let's go round into that big hip movement. Working through that lower back, through those front hips and back hips. Really creating some big hip circles here. Good, and then round the other way. Good, excellent. And then just gently forwards and backwards with the hips only. Push them forwards, squeeze your glutes as you come forwards. Squeeze and then release. Excellent, good. Bring your one arm all the way up and behind onto your back. Bringing the arm over the top. Pulling that arm down, nice and gently. Good, gently swap sides. Excellent, good. Hands come down by your side. We reach on up. Feet are almost together. and lean on backwards to get that stretch through that torso. Good, and release. We go one more time, just be careful if you get dizzy here. Take your time with this one, all the way up. Lean on back. Good, excellent. And release. Good, palms face forwards. You're going to bring your arms out to the side, slightly bend and pull your shoulder blades back together. So palms face inwards, pull those shoulder blades together, and then we release. Pull them back. And release. Pull them back. And release. Pull them back. And release. One more time. Pull them back. And release. Good, excellent. One foot is going to come up in front of the other. We're going to keep that back foot off on toe up, and we're going to stretching out our hip flexors. If you want to make this harder, you can bring your arms all the way up and stretch on back. Try and keep that long lunge in here. Keep your chest up, your shoulders back, stretching out that hip flexor as much as you can. Good, push off that front leg, feet come back together, swapping sides. Good, tuck that pelvis under, push that back, under, head up. Good, excellent. Push those feet back together to the top of your mat. You come. I want you to come to the bottom of your mat. We're going to come into that downward dog position. If you can't manage that downward dog position because you haven't got the flexibility in your hamstrings, just straight down onto the floor, okay? Just nice and gently. However is easiest for you to get onto the floor. I'll just move that down a little bit further. Okay, so, or you follow me. You can bend your knees when you come into this downward dog. You don't have to stay up straight. You can have a slight bend. Okay? Up to you. Walk your hands out. This is too much on wrists. Stay here. Head comes down. Just gently rocking forwards and back into those calf muscles. Excellent. Good. Good. Bending those knees. Coming all the way down. Keep those toes up. I want to work through those toes, through those feet, okay? So still muscles in our toes. Really pushing back, gently rocking forwards and back to get that stretch in our toes. You might get a little bit of a cramp, release, and then get back in if you can. Big toe on the floor, pushing back as much as you can. Excellent. Drop those toes down flat to the floor. Big toes come to face each other, out nice and wide with those hips, and sit on forwards into that child's pose. If it's easier on your elbows, stay on your elbows. Really try and push that bum back into those hips as much as you can. I'm going to just tip forwards nice and gently, and then just tip back nice and slowly, please, on this one. So as much as you can, tip forwards, and then tip back again. Feet are in underneath your bum, legs and knees out facing out to the side, nice and wide. Waking up those hip flexors. Let's go into a circular motion, just very, very small the motions that you're doing here, guys. Forwards and back, and to the side. Good. Excellent. Walk the hands back in. Bring the knees back into that chest. And just sit back as far as you can into normal child's pose. Stay there, guys. Good. So stay into that normal child's pose behind. Okay, good. Coming to that tabletop position, one hand comes underneath you. Let's go thread through the needle. Try and get that shoulder down to the ground if you can. Excellent. Good. And then gently swap in sides. One more time on each side. Thread that needle through all the way to the top of that back. Brilliant. One more time. Excellent. Good. Come into a seated position onto your bum. Let's bring one leg out. Let's keep that one leg in, nice and close towards you, and then reaching out for that toe, reaching out for that foot as far as you can. Good, excellent. Swap sides. Reach for that opposite foot. Really focus on pushing this knee down to the ground as much as you can. Good, brilliant. Bring your feet in towards you, both feet nice and close to you, and just gently rocking side to side. Push those knees down to the ground. Again, focusing on that posture. Trying to get them as low as you can. Good. One foot comes behind you, the other leg stays in front. We're going to go into that pigeon's pose. Try and get that foot in front at 90 degrees. Leg out nice and straight. Good, brilliant. Swap sides. Good, well done. Come back and sit into a comfortable seated position that's comfortable for you. If that's on your knees, great. One arm comes over and then stretch out back into that side. One more time. Really get that arm down to the ground if you can. Good. One more time, the other side. Excellent. Good job, everybody. Nice little stretch this morning. Hopefully you enjoyed that and that has set you up for the day. I hope you have a lovely bank holiday. Happy Easter, and I will see you guys next week at some point. Well done, everybody, and see you next week.